Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Chelsea Crewmate series. Today we're at episode 17 and you guys can see that we're sitting first in the Premier League, 3 points ahead of Manchester City. We will be playing Manchester City in today's episode, also a game against Spurs, and to kick off today's episode we have a game against Bournemouth. It is a huge episode. It could actually decide if we will be going on to win the Premier League title this season. We have secured our spot in the FA Cup final. Yesterday we did defeat Arsenal in the semi-finals at Wembley, so we're going through to the FA Cup final. Could we also win the Premier League this season? Today's episode really will show us, like I did say, if we will be going on to winning the title. Man City obviously right behind us, and it is really important that we do not drop points in today's episode. The first game, like I did say, is against Bournemouth, and this game is away to Bournemouth. I'm starting a very strong side with Eden Hazard, Marco Reus, Diego Costa and Traore as the strikers. Willian, Mikel, Pedro, Falcao, Ginta, Cahill will all be starting as the substitutes for this game. It's a very strong side against Bournemouth, and we can't drop points, especially a side like Bournemouth. But in the 7th minute of this game, Bournemouth did have the first chance on goal. Thibaut Courtois with the save to deny the Bournemouth attacker the first goal in this game. But still in this first half, it's Traore who skips around two defenders there. Traore, can he go all the way? Takes a shot on his right foot, and his right foot shot is going to go wide of the goal. Traore trying to keep up his good form that he has been showing so far this season. In the 27th minute, Pastore does receive the ball as we're going into our attacking half. He plays it to Fabregas, who plays it through to Diego Costa with a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Cook, the Bournemouth defender, did get back to deflect that one. It came off him, actually came off the crossbar, and it went obviously for a corner, but nothing did come from that corner, and Bournemouth did play quite well in this game, but we were having our chances. We just could not put those chances into the back of the net, as in the 33rd minute, Eden Hazard plays the ball to find Diego Costa, and the Premier League top goal scorer picks up a goal. It's 1-0 after 33 minutes. Diego Costa picks up another goal this Premier League campaign, and like I did say, the Premier League top goal scorer. But we're moving on into the second half. In the 64th minute, Bournemouth have a chance for goal. They take the shot, and this shot just goes wide of the goal. So in this game, we did have loads of chances, but it wasn't like Bournemouth weren't in this game. They were still having their chances on goal also. But after the 90 minutes at full time, it is going to end Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 1. We pick up a 1-0 win against Bournemouth at Bournemouth, and that is yet again another 3 points in this Premier League season, and a really important 3 points this Premier League season. Like I did say, the next game of today's episode is against Spurs. We will be doing a training session here with Diego Costa. And yeah, today's episode is massive. This game against Spurs is a huge game, but the final game of today's episode could be do or die in the Premier League. We beat Man City at the end of today's episode. We could possibly be winning the Premier League title. We lose it, we could possibly drop down to second. But we have a game against Spurs before that game against Man City, and it really is important yet again that we pick up a win. Spurs are a very strong side obviously in the Premier League. We're playing them at Stamford Bridge. So far this season, Spurs haven't really come close to winning the Premier League title. It's really been a race between us and Man City all season. Diego Costa, the first goal scorer in the Premier League, and Harry Kane has scored 4 goals in 3 games. He's in some great form. Let's take a look at my Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois in goals, Ginta, Marquinhos, Cahill, and Azpilicueta at the back. Fabregas and Mikel in the midfield alongside Pogba and Pedro, and Diego Costa and Falcao as the strikers. Marco Reus will be rested for this game. Let's take a look at the Spurs lineup. Obviously, Harry Kane will be starting as the striker. He's in some very good form. Eriksen, Chadley, Lamela, Dyer, Mason in the midfield. Davies, Vertonghen, Kyle Walker and Hugo Lloris in goals. It's a very strong Spurs side, and they are going to be a very dangerous team in this game. So we must be on our best form if we want to pick up the victory and the 3 points. As in the 8th minute of this game, Spurs do have the first attack. It is Eriksen down the wing, still going. Eriksen takes the shot and actually tests Thibaut Courtois there, and Courtois does have to pull off a save. Spurs having the first chance of this game, but luckily for us, Courtois was on his game and he did make the save there. In the 15th minute, Cesc Fabregas is going to play the ball to find Mikel. Mikel is going to play the ball through to find Falcao with the shot. And I tell you what, this season, Falcao has been a decent player. he hasn't really scored against those lower sides in the Premier League, but when it comes to the big games, the games against Spurs, like here, gives us the 1-0 advantage. Games against Man City earlier on this season, games against Manchester United, he always seems to turn up, and Falcao picks up the goal. It's 1-0 against Spurs. Pushing on into the 35th minute, it's now Kyle Walker who's on the ball. Mikel wins the ball back, but Dyer does receive it, plays it to Mason, back to Dyer, takes the shot, Courtois with the save, and we look to clear it out, and we do so successfully. And that is a massive 3 points at Stamford Bridge against Spurs. We defeat Spurs 1-0 in the Premier League, another 3 points, and we're looking very well to winning this Premier League title. But it really does come down to this final game of the episode. There's 4 games to go in this Premier League season, still 4 points to go, not 4 points to go, 4 games to go, still 12 points up for grabs. We could be picking up all 12 of those points. Obviously, if we pick up all 12 points from our remaining 4 games, we will be going on to winning this Premier League title. But if we do slip up, we could quite possibly be losing the Premier League title. We've been leading the Premier League table throughout this whole season, but we could lose it right at the end. We are 3 points ahead of Manchester City, and they are our next opponent in today's episode. We're first. Played 34, won 20 games, drawn 12, only lost 2. We're on 72 points. City are on 69. Arsenal are on 67. They are right behind Man City, but they have played an extra 2 games. West Ham in 4th, Spurs in 5th. And that is the top 4 at the moment with 4 games to go in this Premier League season. Chelsea versus Manchester City at Stamford Bridge. It's a game that we've all been waiting for in today's episode. Let's get to it. First versus second. This game could quite possibly show who is going to come out on top in the Premier League, who will be lifting the Premier League title at the end of this season. This game could show and could be a do or die, like I did say. We win this game, we could be going on to winning the Premier League title. We lose this game, Man City will jump up into first, and they quite possibly could be going on to winning this Premier League title. I'll be starting a 4-4-2 formation. That's a very strong side. Traore will be starting alongside Costa, Pogba and Eden Hazard just behind him. And the Fabregas and Pastore partnership in the 2 CDM positions. As we take a look at the Man City lineup, Caballero in goal, Sagna, Mangala, Martinez, Kolarov at the back, Navas, Toure, Delph, Nasri, and Karim Benzema alongside Aubameyang as the strikers. And in real life, Aubameyang might be actually leaving to Man City. So it's a pretty realistic signing there in Korea, mate. As in the 10th minute of this game, Sagna does play the ball to find Benzema. He plays it inside to Navas, plays it over top to find Aubameyang, and in the space of 11 minutes, Man City take the lead, and it's Aubameyang picking up the goal. We're already 1-0 down here at Stamford Bridge, but we look to hit back here not long after that goal. The ball does get played wide to find Pogba. Pogba's going to look to cut it inside, crosses that one in, Costa with the header, Caballero with the save, and that is a fantastic save there from the Manchester City goalkeeper, as Mangala does go down with an injury. During halftime, I did take a look at the match facts, and it's 3 shots, 3 on target for each teams. Man City just have a bit more of the possession. They got 54%, as we only have the 46. In the 72nd minute, Man City do play the ball wide, and it's Nasri who does have the ball wide. They're looking to make it 2-0 and seal this victory for themselves. Nasri with the shot, Courtois with the save, and Man City played very well in this game. They really did deserve that 1-0 lead. But in the 80th minute, things changed. Pastore did play the ball to find Diego Costa. He takes a few touches. Diego Costa with the shot. Caballero with the save. Traore was there for the rebound. His shot did hit the side netting, but that was only a things to come. It's in the 89th minute. Pogba is going to look to play it inside. He does do so to find Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard takes the shot. Deflection, almost going in, but it did not go on target. But this game was not over yet. We weren't giving up. We could at least salvage a draw and keep ourselves at the top of the table. In the 90th minute, Hazard with the shot. Caballero with an unbelievable save there to deny Hazard the goal to at least draw this game 1-1. From that, we do have a corner. And who is going to take this corner? It is going to be Pastore. Pastore now is going to whip in the cross. Can he find a man inside? Zuma with the header. Delph does clear that one off the line. And the game is going to end in Manchester City defeating us 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. So this is how the Premier League title is going to look before we do end off today's episode. Man City have jumped over us since that 1-0 win. They're now in first position. Both teams are on 72 points. Man City are in first due to goal difference. You do not want to miss out on the next episode, because the next episode is going to be 2 games, which will take us to the match day 37, and then we will be having a BPL finale before we do end off this series. Man City have hit the lead in the Premier League table, but it is not over yet, guys. It is not over yet. We can still salvage that Premier League title, but also Man City could hold on and win the Premier League title. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you go ahead and click that like button. Make sure to drop a comment down below that I could respond to. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll see you all on my next video.